Hello everybody, it's me, it's Rev Pete, and look where I am! Yes, I'm at St Wilfrid. How exciting is that? So listen, this is just a short film to give you an idea of what to expect if you come to the church building for worship or private prayer in the weeks ahead. Now, as I'm sure you'll expect, things look a little bit different owing to the current situation and the precautions that we're taking to keep everyone safe. So from Sunday, the 19th of July, here at St Wilfrid's, we'll be holding a service at 9:30 a.m. each Sunday morning. And this will normally be a short, simple, said service of Holy Communion, but it might be, on occasion, a said service of morning prayer. We'll also be open for private prayer every Wednesday afternoon from 2 to 4 p.m. We'll be continuing with our online services for the foreseeable future, and these will still happen at 10:30 on Sunday on our YouTube channel, Brayton Parish Selby, as well as our Zoom morning prayer on a Wednesday morning at 9:30. We're going to be following the government guidelines on social distancing, which means that we'll have the capacity for 28 people to be seated in church at any one time. Plus 2 welcomers. Very unfortunately, of course, this means that on Sunday mornings in particular, seats will have to be allocated on a first come, first served basis. It's not ideal, but that's just the way things have got to be, I'm afraid. Now, owing to recent government guidelines regarding face coverings, it might well be that we're asked that visitors coming to church, worshippers coming to church, will have to wear face masks. That's not the case at the time of filming, but we'll keep you updated. Okay, so here we go. What will happen when you arrive at St Wilfrid's? Well, whether you're here for a worship service or for private prayer, please enter through this door. It's the south door, and weather permitting, it will be open and will also be kept open during the service or the time of private prayer, just to allow the space to remain ventilated. Now, on a Sunday in particular, you may be required to queue outside here 2 meters apart from those around you. You'll be greeted by someone who'll ask for your name and a contact phone number for you. This is just so that we can comply with the government's national test and trace scheme. Right, we'll pop in. There'll be some initial information here on this board that will be up. It's not here at the moment, it will be on Sunday. Here we are, we're coming into church. So when you come here, you'll be asked by one of our welcomers to clean your hands with some hand gel, and then another volunteer will advise you at that point where to sit. So if we pop into the middle of church, you'll see it all looks a little bit different. We've got some rows where we can't sit, and then some where you can, and we've got letters on our rows, and on each row, where people can sit, we've got some numbers. Okay, so here we've got row E, and we've got seat number 3. So when you come in, particularly for a worship service, you'll be asked, or be directed to a specific place to sit, using the row letters and the seating numbers. And this is just to enable us to stay socially distanced, but also to enable our welcomers to clean any seats that are vacated afterwards. And you'll be directed to sit in a particular order. So we'll start with the Lady Chapel over there, moving to the North Nave, then the South Nave, and finally filling up at the Crossthwaite Chapel. This is just to enable us to work through systematically where people can sit, and then to use our one-way system. So we will have arrows, you'll see one there. We're going to have a one-way system to enable people to move around safely around church. Now, sadly, there won't be any Bibles or hymn books available, so do feel free to bring a Bible with you from home, and then obviously take it back with you. For private prayer, we're going to have some laminated sheets with some prayers on that you can use. And for Sunday worship, we're also going to have a laminated order of service. We'll ask you to leave these sheets in the pews after service is finished or at the end of your time of prayer, so they can be cleaned before the next use. Now, when it comes to Sunday worship, we'll have a said service, as I said a moment ago. So sadly, we can't have any hymns, and communion will be in wafer form only. You'll be directed to queue down the central aisle, which is where I am here, as we often are for family communions as normal. So you'll be asked to queue down here, you'll be directed by our welcomers, and you'll be asked to queue, to form a queue again in blocks of seating to help with our one-way system and to stay socially distanced. And we'll start with people sitting in the Crossway Chapel, move to the South Nave, and then the North Nave, and finally the Lady Chapel. And as I say, that's just to enable us to be social distance and to stick with our one-way system. And then, at both private prayer and the Sunday worship, we'll ask everyone to leave, to exit by the north door there, that part of the church. So we'll all be leaving from the north door, and we would ask you again to wash your hands with the hand gel that's provided as you leave. Unfortunately, our toilet facilities are not available, and sadly we're not able to offer refreshments at this time. Finally, if you have any symptoms of coronavirus, please don't come to church for worship or private prayer. If you don't feel ready to come to the church building for services or for private prayer at this time, for whatever reason, we want to say that's completely fine. We totally understand that at the moment. We all have different concerns and anxieties around this really difficult time. But please do continue praying and worshipping with us from your home online. Don't forget, wherever we pray, wherever we worship, God is there, which is wonderful, isn't it? So, we really hope to be able to welcome you back to the building very soon. But until we see you, God bless you and keep you in his love, his peace, and his hope. Take care. Bye-bye.